Alec.
Hello, Josh.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to the Indie Trash Podcast. My name is Josh.
And my name is Alec.
And today we'll be doing a short review of two songs by the Voidz.
Yes.
Titled The Eternal Tao and Did My Best. Yeah, how did I almost forget that? That's embarrassing.
It's all good.
Okay, so this is just our opinions. This is going to be very informal. We're just going to kind of talk about these songs since they just came out, or one of them just came out. And we're going to give you our thoughts.
Yes, thoughts and opinions.
Thoughts and opinions. Okay. So, starting off with, I guess, a history of the Voidz. And mainly the frontman Julian Casablancas is the lead singer of the band The Strokes, which formed in 2001, had their debut album put out in 2001, and they've had a tumultuous career, resulting in him taking a departure from the band, actually resulting in every band member going their own way, pursuing their own solo careers, with Julian forming the Voidz, formerly known as Julian Casablancas and the Voidz, and then they removed the Julian Casablancas and now they're just the Voidz.
Yeah.
Their first album is Tyranny, which was released, I think, in 2014, maybe 2015. Just an absolutely bonkers, all over the place, industrial sounding album, which really divided listeners who were expecting him to pursue a similar sound to what they did with the Strokes.
Yeah.
Probably turned a lot of people off. And then in 2018, their follow-up, their sophomore album, Virtue, I think pleased a lot of people in the sense that it was a lot more of Julian doing his melodies, his kind of more pop appeal.
It's more strokesy.
More strokesy.
Yeah.
A lot more palatable. You can digest it easier without forcing yourself to, in my opinion. And that was 2018. So here we are in 2019. We still have no new music from the Strokes, but we do have two songs released by the Voidz under Terrible Records, which is a record label that has signed artists like Blood Orange, Kieran J. Callahan, Solange, Mac DeMarco, amongst others. And it was a little collaborative. These two songs were a collaborative effort between the Voidz, Mac DeMarco, Kieran J. Callahan, all putting their 2 cents in. And I think the final product is quite interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Quite interesting. So we're going to review both songs. We'll start with The Eternal Tao.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of get it out of the way.
Yeah, which I heard for the first time
a few minutes ago
on the way here.
Yes, we listened to it on a repeat like 3-4 times.
Yeah, no.
And it's a heavy song to digest.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
It feels like it kind of has to grow on you the first time you listen to it. You gotta listen to it more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very strange song at first.
Yes.
There's a whole there's just unbelievable amount of things going on.
Yeah.
With this song.
Almost too much, do you think?
Yeah.
Does it almost seem like it's out of control a bit?
A little bit, but once I've heard it, like the second and the third time, that's when you can really understand what's going on with the song. You can really start to get like the groove and like, oh, there's a song here.
Yeah.
Behind and I think it's really hard to hear the lyrics the first couple times until you pointed them out to me. You're like, oh, here's the lyrics, and I was like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. The first time I listened to it, I was just like,
there's nothing.
There's not like it's not that there wasn't anything. It was just I was too enthralled with the noise, the amount of noise. Yeah, the noise, but the amount of things happening. But the lyrics are very like well put together.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
that's more or less my take on it.
It's a difficult song to digest in a matter of an hour.
Yeah.
This song I think came out back in May, so it's been in my playlists. It's been in rotation for me for better part of 2019.
Yeah.
so I've had plenty of time to digest it, and like I know the song beginning to end in the back of my head. And obviously you don't, so you're just listening to this for the first time.
Yeah, no, and I still thought it was a good song. After the second or third time when I really started to get into it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, if I had like a week to kind of mess with it, you know, I would have more to say about it. But I still thought it was a great song.
Good.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a hard song to digest right away, and I totally understand where you're coming from with it. Yeah.
How you feel about it? What's your
take?
I
don't think it's a very strong song. I think it's a fun song. I think it's creative. I think it shows just how creative, you know, Julian, the band, the people that he surrounds himself with, how willing they are to just go outside of what you would expect them to try and do something new. Right. And do they always succeed with it? I don't think so. I don't think this song just kind of takes, you know, just like a lot of things that Julian has done in the past, kind of slaps them together, and it works for the most part, but it's kind of messy. And like you said, the vocals are so difficult to understand. It's drenched in auto-tune, beginning to end. There's not a moment of clear vocals.
Clarity, yeah.
You know, so and that's a thing that I think is going to turn a lot of people off. But I think this is also what Julian intends to do. And it's something that we were talking about when we were driving over here, is that he knows what his fans want. He knows what kind of music he's creating, and he knows when he's creating a song that's batshit crazy and off the walls, and he also is aware when he's creating a song that's a lot more melodic and pleasant. And with the 2 lead singles for the Voidz' second album, Virtue, he released Leave It In My Dreams and Curious back to back. Those are also the first 2 songs off of the album. So the first 2 songs you hear on Virtue is this really pleasant, strokesy sounding, angelic, like really nice song, Leave It In My Dreams. And then right after that, you get this like thumping bass with Curious, and this like these like weird Arabic sounding scales and riffs playing over top of it. And Julian is doing like his auto-tune vocals over top of it. So it's such a drastic contrast between the 2 songs. And I think this is another example of that. You got the drenched in auto-tune TET, and then you got the song that just came out on Friday, last Friday, Did My Best, which is the complete opposite side of, you know, the creative spectrum. So I appreciate TET for what it is. Is it a song that I would ever be like, oh, you want to hear a new band? Let me show you something.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first song I'd show people.
No. Because then they'll never...
It's for people who listen to the Voidz and can understand what's going on, kind of thing, right? Yeah. No, what Did My Best, how do you feel about Did My Best?
I felt like it was a warm hug.
Yes, a nice warm hug.
That's how Julian. I felt, yeah. I felt, and it's a song that I needed. I needed some more Voidz in my life, and I needed this particular type of Voidz. Like, as much as I love Julian and how creative he is, there's just a relatableness to these types of lyrics. Yeah. When he's not being political, when he's not being woke and aware, and he's just kind of singing
how he's feeling.
Yeah. To me, I relate to it so much. Yeah. And there's so many things in the lyrics that I relate to. I think it's a fantastic song.
Yeah. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's exactly what I wrote in my notes.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you said earlier. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I would give it.
And I was introduced to the Voidz by you, like a year and a half ago.
Little old me.
I love the Voidz. I think they're a great band, and I also thought the song was fantastic.
Nice.
I think it's a very well put together song. There's a lot happening, but like in a good way. There's a lot I take from the song, like lyrically and, instrumentally. Like, it's something that I can also relate to in a way.
Yeah, okay.
It's, like you said, it's a nice warm hug from Julian.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice warm hug.
Yeah. What did you think of the little auto-tune break in the middle where he sings about I can change only when I am changed.
Yeah.
Right before the guitar solo.
That part did remind me of TET.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
But a lot more, held back.
Restrained.
A lot more restrained, a lot more refined. I do like autotune when it's done well. Mm-hmm. And I felt like with TET, they kind of hit you over the head with it. But with this song, it was really nice. It was like just really nice to listen to. Smooth. It feels like more polished.
Yeah.
More well done.
I think maybe they spent more time on this song.
Oh, they did. Yeah. So I can definitely tell.
Yeah, they put out TET back in May, and then maybe spent the rest of the time, not the rest of the time, but I'm sure they spent more time in between then and now, polishing, putting the finishing touches on this one. Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorite parts of the song is before the solo and after the solo.
Yeah, you're saying that.
The beginning of it, I find I can, it sounds like just a little bit repetitive. Because there's like 4 or 5 verses before back to back kind of thing. But after that, the auto-tune bit and then the solo fits really well in the song. And then like towards the end of the song, I just pointed this out in the car to you on the way here.
I didn't even pick up on this.
The solo going on with the lyrics, like towards the end of the song.
Yeah.
Like there's a solo guitar and there's a guitar that's like hitting like almost like power chords, like really distorted, and then there's like his voice, and that sounded really, really nice, really cool.
Yeah, him singing over the solo.
Yeah.
I didn't really pick up on that, and he's kind of singing a little bit manically at this point because he's singing about how he never thinks about those days. They were the best, I guess. And while he's kind of reminiscing about this and singing in the way that he is, in the background, like you said, there's this kind of chaotic but also kind of, it's still harmonic guitar solo going on.
And from beginning to end, there's this like smooth bass riff carrying the song all the way through, and that's something that you can look forward to.
Yeah.
And a song is like a nice bass riff with like with all the other instruments going with it, like, but the bass is sort of carrying it all the way through. I really like that in a song. So I think they did it right.
And I think what you pointed out was actually interesting. The structure of the song itself is something to comment on, because you go, like you said, verse, 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 and you don't get any switch up in really the style at all.
Yeah.
It's just verse, 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 and then you get this auto-tune bridge, and then Julian comes back in with the guitar solo and his kind of more heightened vocals, and just like the last like minute and a half of the song, I think it really keeps you interested for the first 3.5 minutes, because you have something to look forward to that's exciting and different than the rest of the song.
Yeah.
So it's not your typical verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's just a story for 4 verses, and then the bridge, and then this like powerful thing that you kind of get to look forward to near the end of the song.
Yeah.
It's an interesting structure.
Yeah. Julian really carries the song. He's extremely talented. He has like all these different vocal ranges, that really helps him propel these songs to like a greater kind of heighten. Because I look forward to see, like which voice Julian's going to use next kind of thing.
Yeah.
He goes low and he goes high, and it's just really nice all around.
Yeah.
He does have this way to really carry songs, and I think with the bass riff, and like there's like all the guitars going on, and there's like the synths. I think this is where Julian excels, is in this kind of environment where he's surrounded by, other people. Like of course, like I don't know the other members really of the Voidz, and the Strokes, but I feel like Julian can be who he wants to be. Especially with the Voidz. And he doesn't have to put out music. Like he can kind of take time to write stuff on his own, or put stuff together as a group, like when he needs to, right? Like when he wants to.
Well, with that, one of the things that I noticed, I was watching a live performance of the song, and he instantly starts messing up the lyrics, which, maybe some people that'll turn them off. But then near the end of the song, I was listening, I noticed that he was singing about how he needs to learn the lyrics because, this song, we used to just jam to it, and now it's an actual song.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good indicator of maybe like of their creative process, in the sense that all they do they just jam together.
Yeah.
They just play music together and have fun.
And I even put in my notes, very well put together song about the pressure to make songs he doesn't necessarily want to do.
Yeah.
You know, the songs that he doesn't necessarily want to make.
Yeah.
This is a song that he put out there, and it was made with time, and not, like he did it on his own time. He put the song out when he felt like it. I think that's really important for musicians to do, instead of feeling that pressure, that album pressure, like a lot of bands do. And of course, I don't mean to bring up the Arctic Monkeys every podcast, but that's what the Arctic Monkeys did. Just look at the break between AM and Tranquility, 2013 to 2017, 2018.
Yeah,
there's still a huge gap between those years, and I feel like you can make a different. It doesn't necessarily have to be like better. Like some people say AM's better than Tranquility or whatever, but I feel like with time you can put out a piece of art that's just better for you, right? Because the fans are gonna love whatever you put out, but fans really appreciate when you put like love and time and effort into something. Do it on your own time. Do it.
Yeah.
I think that's really important, and I'm glad Julian is sort of on this path and not so much a Strokes path.
Yeah.
He's on a path to a better sound.
Yeah, more
what he wants to do.
Genuine creative output. He has the ability to be genuinely creative when he wants to be, rather than under the strain of a contract or a record label.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, like you said, is in the lyrics, which I'm not going to speculate too much because, the lyrics could be just whatever. But I definitely get the impression that he is singing about the good old days, in a kind of sense, as in they weren't actually so good. You may remember them as being good,
but to him,
it was a bit of something else.
Yeah, of course, this is all speculation, right? I mean,
yeah,
he could be singing about that. He could be singing about.
He could have been singing about anything.
He could have just wrote the lyrics the day before and then.
Yeah, could have made them up on the spot.
Exactly, we never know, but
yeah, we can infer.
Yeah, but no, it was a really great song.
Yeah. Okay. So if we were to give both songs a rating out of 10, and try to give an objective rating, and we don't have to be. Obviously, I am the Voidz fan, and I'm going to try to be as objective as possible. Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I'll give TET, The Eternal Tao. I think it's a good song. I think it's fun, but I can't. Like, even with the Voidz discography, I don't want to give it more than a 6. Like, I feel almost comfortable giving it a 5. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a really good song and everything, but does it have a lot of replayability? Only like when I'm in the mood for it,
It's kind of a
which is kind of it's a little bit of a turn off, like all the noise and stuff. But did my best, which is
I'm
a more polished song.
I'd give that a strong 8.
I'd also give it an 8.
Like, I am like so close to giving it a 9, and I don't know why I'm not. Maybe just because I don't know.
Just give it a 9, Josh. Just give it.
I'll give it a 9. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, see, I gave it an 8. Look at
that. I need some help sometimes to be talked into what I want.
There you go. Yeah. Just give it a 9.
Okay. So 9 and a 5, 8 and a 6. I think that balances out to the exact same score. Actually.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good. Well, that is our opinion on the 2 songs that the Voidz have put out in 2019.
Yeah. Hopefully more to come.
Hopefully more to come in 2020. Right around the corner. I don't care if it's the Strokes or if it's the Voidz. Just give me something, Julian.
Or if it's a whole album of Mac DeMarco featuring the Strokes.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine too.
That's fine too.
Or the Voidz or whoever.
Just give me something, Julian.
Yep.
Every couple of years I need something.
Just throw something at us. We don't care what it is.
I don't care. Like, give me some, like...
It can be static for 17 minutes straight and we'll still listen to it.
As long as you produced it.
Yeah. As long as it has your name.
I will find the artistic integrity in it.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. All right. Well, until then. Next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.